This is an audio test. Auburndale, Stratford baseball. This is an audio test. Good evening and welcome to Stratford, Wisconsin as we get ready for Merriwood South Conference baseball. Here tonight, it's the visiting Auburndale Eagles and the home Stratford Tigers. Jason Zaleski here will take you pitch by pitch today through this Merriwood South contest. The Tigers come in at an overall record of 13-1, 7-1 in the Merriwood South. They are coached by Marshall Lehman. Auburndale overall 7-8 and 3-3 in Merriwood South play. That is good for fourth place as of now. Tigers locked with the Edgar Wildcats at 7-1 as they split their home and home series here a few weeks ago. Stratford won in Edgar, and Edgar won here in Stratford on the Tuesday-Thursday home and home series. Turn that down. Stratford has won 6 games in a row. Took care of Newman on Thursday the 20th, 14-6. Monday, the May 24th, took care of Abby Colby 4-1. And then the next day, Tuesday, beat Marathon 3-0. And then finished up with Marathon on a 3-2 walk-off winner on Friday. So Memorial Day weekend has come and gone, and the Tigers look to continue their win streak again. They have won 6 in a row. They are 7-1. Edgar technically 5-1, so they're a full game behind, but with games to play yet. Again, Auburndale 7-8 overall. They've lost 3 in a row coming into today. They lost last week on Monday to Nakusa 5-0, lost to Marathon 1-0, and 12-6 during the home and home split on the 18th and the 20th. The last win came back on May 14th against Phillips, and against a Phillips team that has had some ups and downs, but able to get the win 13-3 against Phillips back on May 14th. That was the last Auburndale win. Auburndale coached by Jay Anderson, as we see Coach Anderson and Coach Lehman both leave the home plate area, get their ground rules, get their game instructions, and just about ready for baseball here in Stratford. Go through some starting lineups here with you before today's national anthem.
Welcome to our visiting Auburndale baseball players.
And as a matter of fact,
coaches,
we'll just turn it over to Mrs. Scraw for today's starting lineups.
As a reminder to all, Stratford High School and Auburndale High School ask that sportsmanship be displayed at the highest level for our coaches, athletes, and fans. We remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is given to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show throughout the contest. And now, the starting offense for the visiting Auburndale Eagles. Leading off and playing center field, number 7, Carl Lundgren. In right field and batting second is number 12, Connor Brandel. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 5, Hunter Wright. Batting fourth and catching, number 10, Skylar Gilhausen. Batting fifth and at first base is number 16, Sloan Welch. Batting sixth and at third base, number 14, Caden Weinferter. Batting sixth and tonight's pitcher is number 8, Ian Brown. The DH in batting eighth is number 15, Mason Rekiu. Batting ninth and in left field, number 6, Trayton Weber. And at second base is number 12, Aiden Cherney. And now for the home Stratford Tigers. Leading off and catching is number 21, Colton Schillinger. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 3, Camden Dahl. Batting third and at third base, number 5, Riley Bauman. Cleanup batter tonight, it's our pitcher, our number 1, Cale Weisenberger. Batting fifth and at second base, big number 10, Max Vanderhoof. Batting sixth and in right field, twin number 1, number 4, Gavin Kirsch. Batting seventh and in center field, number 19, Braden Schiller. Batting eighth and at first base, number 20, Jackson Orman. And batting ninth, twin number 2 left fielder, Dylan Kirsch. And now, to honor those who have and are serving our country, please stand if you're able. Remove your hat, place your hand over your heart for this amazing performance by our principal, Janine Laborde. Except it's not playing. Scott Bauman, it is not playing.
He's got him. It was rolling.
It was rolling.
Click back at the beginning.
Try it again.
Yeah.
I took off this because it wasn't working. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Janine is here, so she actually could sing it for us.
I don't know. It was playing music for me.
Yeah. All right, well. Shall we pledge allegiance to the
I have
flag?
no idea.
All right, Jason, you want to do it? You got a great radio voice.
Just sing it?
No, just to. What we're gonna do?
Hold on. Okay.
Now we can do it. Okay.
I hear some fuzz out there.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rock the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball, everybody.
Well, and again, congratulations to Stratford's very own Janine Laborde for today's national anthem. First pitch going to be underway soon. Let's do this. Take a quick commercial break and be back for first pitch for tonight's Merriwood South contest between the Stratford Tigers and the Auburndale Eagles.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality
I don't know what he
natural
did to
stone
make it
granite
work.
as well as a huge selection of
Push something.
man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for
But
you.
they didn't tell you.
Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble
now
is
he's gonna
perfect
have to
for
probably
any
switch it
kitchen,
back.
bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally
Oh.
owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Once again, the leading batter for Auburndale, number 7, Carl
Nice
Lundgren.
weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
All right, back here to Stratford. It'll be the Auburndale Eagles here as today's visiting team leading off. And leading off playing center field, Carl Lundgren. Right fielder, Connor Brandel. Shortstop, Hunter Wright. Catcher, Skylar Gilhausen. First base is Sloan Welch. Caden Weinfurter at third. Pitching, Ian Brown. Designated hitter is Mason Rakew. Second baseman, Adam Cherney. And Trayton Weber, not batting today. Trayton in left field. For the Stratford Tigers, pitching is Cale Weisenberger. And we'll hear the Tigers starting lineup when they come to bat in the bottom of the inning. But we start now with Lundgren and the Eagles. And Auburndale coming in losers of 3 straight, trying to get back on the winning side of things. And the first pitch here from Weisenberger comes in for strike 1. First pitch at 4:50 this afternoon. And quickly now, no balls, 2 strikes to Lundgren. Looked like for a minute we were maybe even going to start early. But we are underway. That one comes inside. Lundgren scoots out of the way for ball 1. So Weisenberger works fast, 2 straight strikes, no 2 straight balls. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, center fielder Carl Lundgren. Here's the 2-2. And this one right back to Weisenberger at first, at at the mound, my apologies, flips to first to Ormond for out number 1.
And with one down, up to bat, Connor Brandel.
So right fielder now, Connor Brandel. Six games on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network today, and they're all free, just like this one, as that one misses outside. So now is the best time to tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers. Live sports are on Zaleski Sports right now. Let them know how you found us, and they can watch live free sports right along with us here tonight, as this one is chopped and foul off the plate, or in the box, better yet. 1 ball, 1 strike when Brandel comes back into the box. And Brandel playing right field today for Coach Jay Anderson and the Eagles. Auburndale going with the name change last July under the cloak of darkness while school was closed. Changed their name. This one is grounded to second and flip again to Ormond for out number 2, Max Vanderhoof. Picks it, and Ormond takes it for the second out.
And now with 2 down, up to bat, number 5, Hunter Wright.
Shortstop Hunter Wright now. Wright has pitched well all season for the Eagles. Matter of fact, I see the scores come in a number of times. Hunter Wright giving up just 1 run and only allowing a few hits, and then a loss being registered under his name. So Wright has pitched well this year. They're looking for the Eagles and the offense to come to life consistently here in 2021. That has been missing this year for Coach Anderson and his Eagles. So 2 outs in the inning and the 1-1, and that one misses low and away for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to the shortstop Wright. Here it is, and this one is grounded over to short. Bobbled there briefly and then thrown across, not in time. It'll be an error on Cam Dahl. So E6 for those of you scoring along at home, and with 2 outs, the Eagles get their first base runner on the error by Dahl.
First base, that brings up batter number 4, Skylar Gilhausen.
So Skylar Gilhausen now to the plate. Batting cleanup. Catching today for the Eagles is Gilhausen. And Gilhausen, first pitch swinging, hits this one to straightaway center. And under it for the final out of the inning is Braden Schiller. So the Eagles get a base runner on the error. And that base runner Wright stranded at first. That brings the top of the first to a close. It'll be Schillinger, Dahl, and Bauman for the Tigers when we come back.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's U.S. Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Once again, our firework, number 21, Colton Schillinger.
So Colton Schillinger, Cam Dahl, Riley Bauman, Kale Weisenberger, Max Vanderhoof, Gavin Kirsch, Braden Schiller, Jackson Orman, Dylan Kirsch, as the Tigers go 1 through 9. Again, Schillinger at catcher here this evening and batting first for the Tigers as the bottom of the first is underway now as the pitch comes in from Brown, and that one misses low for ball 1. Brown takes another look in. Gilhausen gives him the call, and this one is going to be ripped into left field. It'll be a leadoff single for Colton Schillinger. So the shortstop now, Cam Dahl.
Cam Dahl.
And Dahl with that error in the top of the inning. Didn't turn out to be anything, as with 2 outs, error put Hunter right down to first, and then Gilhausen flew out to center. And that was the end of it for the Eagles, so no harm, no foul for Dahl in the top of the inning. And down on the hit and run, and that one is going to be fouled behind the backstop and found by Gilhausen. Nice job there, Skylar Gilhausen, dispatching the mask and tracking down the pop-up behind home plate for out number 1. Well done. So third baseman now, Riley Bauman. As Marshall Lehman went hit and run
Batter number 3,
on first
Riley
pitch
Bauman.
of the second at-bat. Brown takes a peek under his left shoulder. Now off and running is Schillinger, and the throw down, it'll be a stolen base for Colton Schillinger. So Schillinger on the move one way or another. And this time just swipes the bag and heads down to second. So runner in scoring position now for the 3-hitter and third baseman, Riley Bauman. This one is going to be grounded right back to Brown just off of the mound. And 2 outs on the flip over to first as Bauman is erased on the 1-3 put out. So 2 outs now, and the pitcher, Kale Weisenberger. Schillinger does move down to third on the play to the opposite side of the infield.
Courtesy runner at third
Time
base,
was called.
Dane Poppy.
Dane Poppy comes in to run for the catcher, Schillinger. So the catcher with 2 outs will come back in and get his shin guards on and be ready to start the top of the second inning. So Poppy in place down on third. Kale Weisenberger now will take his first look today at Ian Brown. Curveball misses low for ball 1. And top of the second inning, take you through our fantastic 6-pack of live free games here today on the network. And that one fouled in the box as Weisenberger fouls that one between his legs. Brown shakes off the first and takes the second sign from Gilhausen and took a fastball, and that one right to second and scooped out of the dirt. Nice pick there at first by Sloan Welch on the low throw from Aiden Cherney, but he does the job as the Tigers are retired in the inning. They leave one on, and we've played one complete from Stratford. No score. Top of the second when we return.
Citizens State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizens State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizens State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neelsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizens State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
First baseman.
So back for the top of the second inning from Stratford. Eagles will send Sloan Welch, Caden Weinfurter, and Ian Brown to the plate here in the top of the second. We play with no score as both teams have sent four to the plate. They've left one on. No runs across for anybody here through our first inning of play. So meeting at the mound is done for the Tigers. A long in-between inning there. Top of the second now underway as Weisenberger fires home to Welch, and Welch sees a strike come in. And pitch two comes in low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 2 straight balls. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1, and Welch sees strike 1 come in and then looks at 4 straight balls, and the leadoff hitter in the second inning for Auburndale is on base.
With a runner at first base, that brings up Caden Weinfurter.
So third baseman now, Caden Weinfurter. Runner on, nobody out. One ball, 2 strikes now. And strike 3, so the first out of the inning is Weinfurter down on strikes.
And with 1 down, that brings up pitcher number 8, Ian Brown.
And now the pitcher, Ian Brown. And you can see some of the Eagles' struggles already here through 1 1/3 inning. With the runner on, this one bounced over to second. Vanderhoof with a big flip out of his mitt, and everybody will be safe. Vanderhoof tried to flip that one out of his mitt, not able to make it happen, and the error on Vanderhoof puts Brown down to first. Welch safe at second.
And now with the runner at first and second, brings up designated hitter Mason Rakeu.
So Mason Rakeu now. So here's the 1-0 coming back from Weisenberger. That one fouled straight back. The 1-1 from Weisenberger, and this one is grounded towards third. Pick there, thrown across the diamond in time for the second out of the inning on the 5-3 from Bauman across the diamond to Orman for out number 2. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Aiden Cherney, as both runners advance on the ground out. So 2 outs, runners on second and third for Cherney. So 2 in scoring position with 2 outs for the Eagles, and that one comes in low and away from Weisenberger. And 2 straight balls from Weisenberger here to the 9-hitter, second baseman Aiden Cherney. And time called from behind the plate as Weisenberger took a long look in. Leadoff hitter Carl Lundgren on deck. 2 outs, Welch at third, Brown on second. Here it is from Weisenberger. Now and again, time called from behind the plate. Schillinger looks to the dugout, gets a defensive call, sends the signs into the infield. Another long look in from Weisenberger. Here's the 2-0. That one high for ball 3. Again, the 9-hitter here, Cherney. 2 outs in the inning. Runners on second and third. Weisenberger steps off. Home plate umpire a little bit agitated with the time being taken on the mound by Weisenberger. And agitated may be too strong of a word, just curious. So, what's going on out there? And the throw back to second, and back in time is Brown. All right, see if we get a 3-0 pitch this time around. Here it is. And strike called on the outside corner. Now the pitch and fouled back, and the count worked full now by Weisenberger, so perhaps taking his time for a reason. Able to work it back full. 2 outs in the inning. First base is open. Runners will stay near the bags here on the full count offering from Weisenberger. Welch on third, Brown on second. The full count pitch, and that one chopped and misfielded down in the first base box by Coach Weinfurter. Give him credit. He's all bare hands down there. Able to knock it down, though, and that's what he would say. Hey, I knocked it down. It's got to be good enough. Full count coming back from Weisenberger, and that one poked over to Vanderhoof at second and to Ormond in time for the final out of the inning. So Vanderhoof makes the error that allows Brown on base. Continues the inning, but gets it there. 2 left on for the Eagles. No runs across. No hits in the inning. Tigers, Vanderhoof, Kirsch, and Schiller coming up when we come back.
And with no runs scored in the top of the second
Get a
inning,
jump start on college or speed up your degree with a transferable class from Mid-State Technical College this summer. There are 130 classes to choose from, online or in person, taught by instructors who are experts in their field. Get info on the Mid-State Technical College summer classes at mstc.edu.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Herbs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. Your snow adventure destination.
Bottom of the second inning for the Tigers. Max Vanderhoof leading off. As Brown's first pitch to Vanderhoof comes in high for a ball. She's got a dissatisfied customer down below. Wants a refund on the ticket price as that one is grounded foul up the third base line. Tough life being a 3-year-old, no doubt about it. All that stress in your life. All the things you're responsible for. All the times you don't get what you asked for. It's mainly what it is. And that's the stress. That's a stress inducer. I just want to do what I want to do. That's a 3-year-old's life. The 1-1, the curveball stays high from Brown. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And that one comes in high. 3 balls, 1 strike, live now all across the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. Just head on over to ZaleskiSports.com. Click the games, plural, that you like. Loyal at Columbus Baseball, Kimberly at Neenah Baseball, Marathon at Assumption Softball. The number 1 ranked Assumption Royals, swing and a miss there by Vanderhoof, and the count is full now. So number 1 ranked Assumption Royals taking on Marathon, and no score top of the second. By the way, Stratford trails Auburndale 6-0 softball just behind us here. Wausau West at DC Everest, game 1 of the doubleheader underway. And this one would be ripped back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there by Vanderhoof, able to deliver the full count pitch from Brown back up the middle for a leadoff hit.
with a base hit by Max Vanderhoof, that brings up Gavin Kirsch.
So again, Auburndale and Stratford live. Bottom of the second inning right now. Again, Auburndale leads Stratford 6-0 on Stratford's senior night, so Eagles not playing very nice over there. So Gavin Kirsch now, and that one bounces, and Gilhausen ready for it. Nice stop by Gilhausen. Loyal Columbus Catholic game going on right now. 7-0 your score. Columbus all over Loyal, top of the third inning already. As that one swung through and missed. Joe Anderson on the call over from Hackman in Marshfield. Turn him up here on the device I'm watching from. Yep. There's Joe. We turned Joe on just in time to hear a strike call. Looks like Cole Timler pitching for the Dons. This one bunted, and Brown not going to be able to field it between his legs. And the error on the pitcher puts Kirsch down to first. Vanderhoof moves to second.
And with a nice bunt by Kirsch, we have a runner at first and second, bringing up Braden Schiller.
So Braden Schiller now the center fielder with maybe a big inning in the works here for the Tigers as we play in the bottom of the second. Maybe, just maybe. So Brown delivers, and Gilhausen again able to stop that one as that spikes right in front of him between his right thigh and home plate. Gilhausen able to get out of his crouch and knock it down. So the 1-0 coming back from Brown. And sails it in for a strike. Right down the middle went Brown that time. So count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown takes a check at Vanderhoof at second and fires home and leaves that one high. 2 balls, 1 strike. First pitch came in very fast. Fast in the count anyway. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And that one, Brown again leaves high for Schiller. He lays off. 3 balls, 1 strike now. And baseball over Anina. Kimberly Anina, top of the second, no score. Mike Wendland on the call over Anina, as he has been all spring long. And at the letters comes in a strike. So full count now. Vanderhoof took a full count pitch and placed it into center field. He led off the inning with that hit. Error allowed Kirsch on. And they stand on second and first right now. Now a full count to Schiller. And swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout today for Ian Brown.
And with 1 down, that brings up number 20, Jackson Ormond.
So the 8-hitter, first baseman Jackson Ormond now. Back-to-back left-handers sent up by by Coach Lehman. Allergies getting the best of me today here a little bit too. It's all right, we'll fight through it. That one fouled back. So 1 pitch, 1 strike. So Brandon Aschenbrenner checks in online. Had a chance to work with Brandon on Saturday. I don't know, a few days ago. Friday? Maybe it was Friday. Every day is a Friday to me, so it was Friday. And the 0-1 from Brown, and that one high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I had the pleasure of being the track announcer over at Marshfield Motor Speedway on Friday night. Salute the Troops night. Kickoff Memorial Day. The Memorial Day weekend. And the 1-1, this is popped up and it will be out of play and right off of our rooftop. And somebody made a nice catch. So somebody able to pull that one in. Playing off the Plinko board, which is our rooftop. So 1 ball, 2 strike the count to Ormond. Brown fires outside and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 77 degrees at first pitch. 4:50, our first pitch time, 77 wonderful degrees. We had back-to-back nights with a freeze last week. Tell you about that when we tell you about Fleet Farm coming up here a little bit later in the game, but I will spoil the surprise. I lost all my tomato plants on Thursday night, I think, or Friday morning, whatever it was. They all got replanted today. Not the same ones, they're dead, but other ones that were growing inside. So I thought, boy, we're going to really have a surplus. I got a lot growing here. And a walk. So 3 full counts offered up by Brown today, and they've resulted in a walk, a strikeout, and a hit. So Dylan Kirsch, but bases have been moved to full now with 1 out in the inning. So the 9-hitter, left fielder Dylan Kirsch. And that one left high for ball 1. Single, error, strikeout, walk, bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-0 from Brown. And nice pitch there, right down the middle for strike 1. Brandon now says Saturday I was announcing. Okay, well, whatever day it was. Again, in my life, every day is a Friday. I work a little bit I work a lot, not a little. Work during the day and then come out to a game at night. It's a pretty good Friday night any day of the week. For me, it's every day of the week. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Brown from the windup. And leaves that one high for ball 3. So nowhere to put the 9-hitter Kirsch. Bases loaded, 1 out. But yeah, it was a great night at Marshfield Motor Speedway as I was mourning the loss of all, I don't know, less than 2 dozen, but more than a dozen tomato plants. This one is in foul territory and will get all the way out of play for strike 2. So full count now. This is the 4th. Full count in the inning for Brown. A lot of pitches here in the inning. Are we keeping track, or they keep track in the dugout of pitches? All right. Well, it's a lot of pitches this inning. Here's the full count now from Brown. And Kirsch, he'll hit this one right underneath of us this time. No round of applause. That ball must not have been caught. So we can't see it directly under us, but all the people in the bleachers to the right, they're waiting to cheer for something here. And it may be a Tiger run. We'll find out. As bases loaded here in the bottom of the 2nd. 1 out. Eagles looking for a ground ball. And fastball there, and the ground ball is had. And Wright trips over the bag over at 2nd. He was going to try to flip it up. And on the toe tap, tripped over the bag, and Vanderhoof scores from 3rd on what looked to be a pretty good chance for a double play for the Eagles. So a run across, though, 2 outs now.
And with 2 down and 1 run scored, that brings up our leadoff batter, Colton Schillinger.
They all watched ESPN last night and were trying to flip it up.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times here through the game. Vanderhoof tried to flip one up for a non-routine play. And that's at right. He was just caught between. He was going to just step on the bag and take it himself, and then at the last moment thought, maybe I don't have enough time. I'm going to flip it. He'll watch it back later and probably come to the conclusion that he should have stepped on the bag and fired to first. It's what high school baseball is all about, learning. That one gets between the legs of Schiller, or Gilhausen. Jeez, as Kirsch comes in. And then the throw, and safe over at 3rd is Kirsch. So see if you can figure that out. That's I'm going to give a pass ball there. Some might give a wild pitch, but looked like Gilhausen, to me, should have been able to reel that one in. But didn't happen. And it's 2-0 Tigers. Again, bases loaded. Tough spot to be in if you're the Eagles. And again, a single, an error, and a walk. That created the bases loaded. And you do that, it will almost always come back to haunt you in the inning. And it has here for the Eagles as the Tigers take the 2-0 lead. And this one hammered by Schillinger as that one will get over the head of the center fielder. The run is in as Lundgren looked up and saw it one hop off the wall.
A nice double by Colton Schillinger.
So an RBI double for Colton Schillinger, and it's 3-0 Tigers. And again, they will run as Poppy will come back out and run for Schillinger over at second with 2 outs in the inning. Colton come in and put his shin guards on. Get my bases rearranged for you. So runner on second, as it now shows. And 3 in the inning for the Tigers. 3 runs on, to this point, just 2 hits. And Cam Dahl, first pitch swinging, fouls that up and out of play. And Dahl lifts this one to left field. And coming in now, taking 1 step back, is Trayton Weber for the final out of the inning. But again, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 left on. A big inning for the Tigers as they leave the second inning leading 3-0.
And now with 2 innings complete, the score is Stratford 3.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. All right, back to Stratford, and again, 3 runs in the bottom of the second for the Tigers as they take the 3-0 lead here at home. Winners of 6 straight, looking for 7, and a 3-run advantage as we begin the 3rd inning. And it's the top of the order for the Eagles, Carl Lundgren now, followed by Connor Brandel and Hunter Wright. Back in the first, Lundgren ground ball back to Weisenberger on the hill. We'll see what Carl's able to do here. His second time having a look at Cale Weisenberger today. A pretty good crowd here in Stratford. Still plenty of room to get in. Plenty of time to get down here. As this one taken by Bauman over at third and throws that one past the first baseman, Ormond. But no damage done there. But the E5 will have Lundgren stick at first.
With the runner at first base, that brings up the number 2 batter, right fielder Connor Brandel.
So Connor Brandel now, after Bauman skipped that one in front of Ormond. Long throw across the diamond, but skipped in front of him. So the error has Lundgren and the Eagles with a base runner here with nobody out in the top of the 3rd. Brando looks at a strike from Weisenberger. Weisenberger, quick check on Lundgren at first, fires home, and that one foul tip and strike 2. Take a check at Auburndale Stratford softball for you as they play behind us, but I've got the game right here on my phone. So should you, by the way. 11-0 Auburndale all over Stratford. Top of the 3rd inning. This one chopped to Vanderhoof at second, flip to short for one, back across, and double play for the Tigers.
All right, with the double play, that brings up Hunter Wright.
So the 4-6-3 double play. Now the shortstop, Hunter Wright. So the Eagles get a base runner. Then Vanderhoof goes to Dahl. Dahl to Ormond, and bases wiped clean here in the top of the third inning. And outside corner as Weisenberger starts right with a strike. That one misses high for a ball. Weisenberger has quickened his pace here just a bit in the third inning. And with nobody on, even maybe just a tap quicker, as Wright is going to deliver a 2-out base hit to left center field. It'll be a 2-out double for Wright. So Wright able to get hold of the pitch from Weisenberger. Wright on base for the second time in 2 at-bats here today.
And with Wright at second base, that brings up the catcher, Skylar Gilhausen.
So Gilhausen from the on-deck circle takes the shin guards off and will head out to the plate. Flew out to center back in the first. A runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Gilhausen, a chance for an RBI, and first pitch swinging, and Ormond settles under it, calls everybody off, and hauls in the final out of the inning. So the Eagles again get a hit. They leave one on. They score none. Tigers lead 3-0.
Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
All right, thanks to our friend and yours, Jeff Jenkins, for queuing us back in here today. Way to go, Jeff. That away. Good to see Jeff on the broadcast. All right, Tigers here in the bottom of the third inning. Bauman, Weisenberger, Vanderhoof, and Brown back on for his third inning of work here today, and starts with a ball to Bauman. And ball low and away. Again, just a perfect night to be out in central Wisconsin tonight. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Matter of fact, we'll take a look right now. Or mid-50s, geez, mid-70s. 74. I was still stuck on Thursday. Still mad about Thursday, really. And Bauman hits this one high into left field. Coming over is the center fielder for out number one. Nice job. Nice catch there by Carl Lundgren. So 1 up, 1 down for the Tigers.
And with 1 down, that brings up pitcher Cale Weisenberger.
So Cale Weisenberger now. Cale grounded out to second to end the first. and starts. Weisenberger does Brown with a strike. Big things going down at Fleet Farm these days, by the way. I'll tell you all about that here after the next pitch from Brown. And that one goes low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fleet Farm is introducing Fleet Rewards. Earn points to save even more on the things you already buy at Fleet Farm. It's free to sign up, no credit card required. Start earning points today with Fleet Rewards. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. And that one just out of play. A little fella there will come and scoop it up on the other side of the fence. Again, all my garden supplies were raked in from Fleet Farm this year, and that means about 18 tomato plants dead and gone on Friday morning. Back-to-back freeze nights. They survived the first night. And then the forecast, I'm excusing myself here, the forecast called for temperatures a degree or two better than it was that night. So, well, if they can survive the first night, they'll certainly survive this night, and I was completely wrong. Completely wrong, and for the tomatoes, I was dead wrong. They are dead. So I had a backup, not even a backup crop, just another crop planted that were started indoors. I thought maybe we'll have a real big supply of spaghetti sauce and salsa this year. We had a small supply last year. Yeah, swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout for Brown today. Second baseman Max Vanderhoof now.
And now a 2 down, number 10, Max Vanderhoof.
So I thought, well, let's get a really, I think we're probably out of spaghetti sauce by Thanksgiving. So, all right, let's really do it up big here. So I was going to put tomatoes everywhere. Well, now, with the backups all outdoors now, and nothing else started, now I've got some decisions to make, which is probably going to equal this. My way back to Marshfield here tonight after this game, I'll stop back at Fleet Farm and get a couple more packs of tomato seeds, and we're still going to do it because I think if you plant the tomatoes now, there's still plenty of time. If you plant them now, 60 days to harvest, so it's late, it's August, but I think tomatoes are still good if they grow in August. Good for spaghetti sauce and salsa anyway. That one fouled back. There's half the people watching at home right now laughing at me, and they're like, hey, Zaleski, you can buy tomatoes down at the grocery store for much less hassle than you're going through. I know. It's still kind of fun to grow them. Fun to watch. Okay, we got the garlic and the onions and everything else in the garden, and those made it through the freeze just fine. Those are underground plants. And that's the thing, too. Their leaves, they didn't wilt or anything. Those tomatoes, they were wimps. Got to be 33 or 32 degrees, and they just keeled right over. Fragile. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Vanderhoof. And Vanderhoof sends this one into left center, and Lundgren with a diving catch. Carl Lundgren with a diving catch in center field. Hauls it in. What a play by Lundgren. And that ends the Tigers' attack here in the 3rd inning as Eagles taking a double check on the scoreboard, and there finally the outfield is like, hey, wait, that was 3 outs, but 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers, 3 complete, 3-0 Stratford.
And with 3 innings complete, the score, Stratford 3, Auburndale 0.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
All right, top of the 4th inning now, and the Eagles send Sloan Welch now, Caden Weinfurter on deck, Ian Brown after, as Cale Weisenberger back on the hill here to start the 4th inning. Strikeout on the line for Cale Weisenberger today, as that one comes in high. As I comb through the rest of the stats, doing a double check, just 1 hit on the day given up by Weisenberger. So pretty good effort here so far. Has the Eagles scoreless. Auburndale has left 4 on base through 3 innings. Good defensive effort by the Tigers today. Good pitching from Weisenberger. Got the 3 runs on 2 hits back in the 2nd inning. And now full count to Sloan Welch. And Welch, a little half swing, and that'll be flagged down by Vanderhoof. And over to Ormond for out number 1.
And with 1 down, brings up 3rd baseman Caden Weinberger.
Take another check over at Hackman and come back to a mound meeting. And likely an upcoming commercial break. Well, nope. Anyway, all these games available at ZaleskiSports.com. Pick a couple that you like. Watch them both as Caden Weinfurter now. So a pitching change for Loyal. We'll come back and find a score of that one later. At last check, though, Columbus was up by a handful, and strike called there. 2-0 Kimberly over Neenah, bottom of the 3rd inning. And as I left that game, I heard Mike Wendlandt saying exactly what I've been telling you, just a perfect day to be outdoors. So 2-0 Assumption over Marathon, Merriwood Conference softball. Number 1 ranked Assumption Royals. And strike 3 called, the 2nd strikeout today for Cale Weisenberger, and there's 2 down in the inning now.
And with 2 down, brings up pitcher Ian Brown.
And Ian Brown reached via error back in the 2nd. And as I take a look at the shot brought to you by Tony Hollander over at DC Everest, just a picture-perfect day in Schofield as well. And that game live, Everest and Wausau West, doubleheader, Wisconsin Valley Conference softball. Everest was leading big in game 1 at last check. And then finally we'll give you the Auburndale Stratford score. Tigers have scored in the bottom of the 3rd. It's now 11-2 Auburndale, top of the 4th inning. And as I say it, 12-2. Run comes in. So Stratford softball team has struggled this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Ian Brown looking for something with 2 outs. That's a drop, 3rd strike. Schillinger steps out. Ormond puts his hands up. And nice job there by Schillinger. Get out in front of the plate. And the strikeout completed for the Tigers. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Eagles as they go down in order. Welch, Weinfurter, and Brown. Bottom of the fourth when we come back.
After 3.5 innings complete, the score remains Stratford 3, Auburndale 0.
Roof Tech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Roof Tech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Roof Tech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Roof Tech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Roof Tech online at rooftechllc.com or Roof Tech LLC on Facebook.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. At Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
and let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
All right, Stratford now, bottom of the fourth inning. Gavin Kirsch, Braden Schiller, and Jackson Ormond all due up for the Tigers. Ian Brown back on the mound for the Eagles. And highlights of most of these games coming up later. Find them all across the Zaleski Sports Facebook network. All the games I've been telling you about. One ball, no strikes now to Kirsch. Here it is from Brown. And that one foul under the left hand of Marshall Lehman. He turns around and says, dang it. Yeah, well, it was all on camera, Marsh. All on camera. Yeah, you got to bend your knees, lower your hips, get your butt down, all those things he tells everybody about. He tried to just quick hand it down there and just bend his back. Didn't get under the ball and didn't get himself in front of it either. Yeah, swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's all the fun we get to have up here. Until Coach Lehman says, hey, I heard you were talking about me. I would say, yeah, I was. Some of the others maybe shy away from that, as that one stays high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one left high and away. So full count now to Kirsch. And Kirsch, hard hit ball. That'll get down up the left field line. And will be a loud single down the left field line for the leadoff hitter in the fourth, Gavin Kirsch. So Braden Schiller now. Schiller struck out back in the second inning.
With the runner at first, that brings up Braden Schiller.
So Schiller looking to move Kirsch into scoring position if he can. And stumbling out of the gate was Kirsch, and now the ball got away. Kirsch looked back towards first after he stumbled coming out of the gate. Didn't realize the ball had gotten away from Gilhausen. So Kirsch stays at first. Yeah, he was off and running on the pitch, but tripped on a rock over there. Marshall Lehman, Coach Lehman saying someday they'll take a look at the base coaches, know what to do. And nice throw over there from Brown. Kirsch able to get back in time. Coach Lehman coaching him up over here, though. It's good to see. The 1 ball, no strike now to Schiller. And off and running is Kirsch. Throw down from Gilhausen. And that throw gets sent into center field. And Kirsch throw will come in late to third. And the stolen base for Kirsch. And then on the E2 down to third base. So a runner now 90 feet away for Schiller and the Tigers. I believe strike was called there. Yeah, I think it's 1-1. A lot of action on that play. Keep track of everything. Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just what we thought. So nobody out. Tigers with a chance to score one here in the 4th with Kirsch down to third. Brown long look in. Now the 1-1. And strikes the call as Kirsch didn't want that one. So count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Brown, another look in, stares across to Kirsch, leading off a third, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3, Schiller out in front of it, and 1 down in the inning for the Tigers. Strikeout number 3 for Ian Brown today.
With 1 down.
And now the first baseman, Jackson Ormond. So Ormond walked back in the 2nd inning. Curveball left high from Brown. 1 ball, no strikes to Ormond. They take a look at Mom Ormond out here to the right. Hands on her forehead, buries her head in her hands. Can't bear to watch. Yeah, that's the famous mom, the famous nervous mom pose right there. Head in hands, peeking out between a couple of fingers, just watching, but not watching. Brown now to Ormond. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one bounces in. Another nice job blocking by Gilhausen. He's been challenged a few times as Brown that time looking for Ormond to chase. Get 2 strikes on him. Instead now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Gilhausen gives the sign to Ormond, and curveball drops in for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Ian Brown. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, you can see these Eagles' struggles manifest here in front of us. Good pitching, solid defense, just struggling at the plate, struggling to get runners around. And this one will be hit and through. It'll be an RBI base hit for Jackson Ormond, and now Mom Ormond able to clap her hands.
And with an RBI single, that brings in the 4th run for the Tigers. Up to bat now, left fielder Dylan Kirsch.
So Dylan Kirsch now with the Tigers up 4-0. Just a nice, patient bit of hitting there for the first baseman, Ormond. That one fouled back. Christie, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. So Christie a little more relaxed now. She's kind of talking to people around her, looking around. Yeah, he's on base now. He did his job. He got an RBI. He got a hit. I can relax now. Kind of takes a load off of Mom sitting in the stands. And swinging at the high heat that time was Dylan Kirsch. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, you see that mom pose when your kid's in the game, it's 1st and goal, or free throws in the second half, or what have you. Nervous times for moms, and quick throw and out as they got Orman leaning. And now Christie goes to arms fold posed. Arms folded pose. Not happy there, but nice throw from Brown. Had Orman leaning, and everybody knew it. So runner erased. RBI for Orman. Now back to the dugout. 2 outs, 2 strikes to Dylan Kirsch. And this one hit high into center field. Now coming on as the wind blowing out, but coming on is Lundgren to make the catch. So no runners left on. Orman picked off, but two hits in the inning, 1 run. Tigers 4, Eagles nothing. 5th inning coming up. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Top of the 5th inning from Stratford, Mason Rakew, Aiden Cherney, and then back to the top of the order in Carl Lundgren. The second time through here for Rakew, grounded out to Bauman at 3rd in the 2nd. As Cale Weisenberger here in the 5th inning, and fouled back by Rakew for strike 1. Things getting a little bit out of hand behind us, 13-2 Auburndale. And I believe they're coming to also starting the top of the 5th inning. Take another quick peek. Yep, top of the 5th over there. So they run in pace with us, but score quite a bit different. 4-0 here. And strike 3 called as Rakew goes down looking for out number 1.
With 1 down, that brings up number 2, Aiden Cherney.
4th strikeout for Weisenberger, but 3 in a row. He struck out Weinfurter, Brown to end the 4th, and now Rakew here to start the 5th. So a strikeout streak for Weisenberger, and now second baseman Aiden Cherney. And Cherney leaves that one upstairs for ball 1. And this one grounded through the hole, and that'll be a base hit as that gets into left field for Cherney.
And with the base hit, that brings leaves a runner on first
So
base.
1 out.
Brings up
Cherney down to first, and Carl Lundgren now on his 3rd time through. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st inning. Reached via error in the 3rd, and then a 4-6-3 double play. And strike called to Lundgren. That one low, gets away from Schillinger, and Cherney stays put at first. That just tells you how much the Eagles respect the catching and the throwing ability of Colton Schillinger behind the plate. Again, we said this during our other Stratford broadcast this year, regarded as one of the best catchers in the entire state of Wisconsin. And Coach Weinfurter telling his second baseman, Cherney, just stay right here. And strike at the letters for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. But that's quite a testament, though, to what you think about the other team's catchers. That one got past Schillinger, and Cherney moved about a half a foot to his right, and that was it. Curveball, strike 3, as Lundgren goes down looking. Second strikeout of the inning. And a new streak started perhaps for Weisenberger.
And now with 2 down, that brings up Connor Brandel.
And Weisenberger now striking out 4 of the last 5 Eagle hitters. 5 strikeouts in total now for Weisenberger. And foul ball to start the at-bat for the right fielder, Connor Brandel. And Brandel grounded out to second in the first and the third, and that ground out in the third started the 4-6-3 double play. So our home plate umpire gives Colton Schillinger a little more time to kind of stretch that out and shake it off. A little bit more time now. Dust off the plate. Checks with him. Colton says, yep, I'm good. Thanks, Blue. It's my interpretation of what they said. It's not official. But that's generally the conversation. And that's the whole idea there. You give whoever took one off the shin, the ankle, the face mask, whatever it might be. One gives the other, the catcher and the umpire, one gives the other some time to get their wits back about him, shake it off, let the numbness set in to relieve the pain. Now the 1-1 from Weisenberger as sun now peeks out from behind what has turned into partly cloudy sky. Still a very, very nice day outside. If you got some work to do outdoors tonight after the game, great night to do that. 2-1 from Weisenberger, and this one is off the handle. Weisenberger will take it, fire down to Ormond in time for the final out of the inning as Auburndale again leaves a runner on. They score none. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Schillinger, Dahl, Bauman, 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th coming up.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations.
And let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
They want what they want, and Colton Schillinger comes out to interesting walk-up music. Colton Schillinger, Cam Dahl, Riley Bauman all due up here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Tigers. They lead 4-0. A strong pitching performance from Cale Weisenberger here today. 5 strikeouts through 5 innings for the pitcher Weisenberger. And now the catcher, battery mate, Colton Schillinger. Schillinger RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Coming up here for the 3rd time today. Single and a double today. Stolen base. A left on both times. And that one hammered into center field and gets over the head of Lundgren as Lundgren misplayed it on the hard hit ball. And Schillinger takes a big turn from second and a leadoff double for Colton Schillinger. You might even think about giving an error out in center field there, but just the hard hit ball.
Great hit by
And Cam Dahl now.
Shortstop Camden Dahl.
There is no reasonable and obvious expectation that Carl Lundgren will bring that one down, even if he starts running right away. But he paused as it was hit, and then realized it's over my head. So Schillinger with the leadoff double, and now the shortstop Cam Dahl. And that one comes in low. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to the shortstop, Cam Dahl. And Dahl hits this one into left field, and foul ball is the call. Not able to see all the way down there, but foul called by our home plate umpire. So we trust him. Coach Lehman says we got to repaint those lines. Yeah, I can see the right field foul line. It's a little bit faded. But, good thing our home plate umpire was able to see it through the whole way. Now the 2-2 coming back, and Cam Dahl leans across the plate, pushes that one out of the strike zone for ball 3. Really urged that one to stay off the plate. Full count now. And this one hit high on the infield. Calling it over at second and making the catch is Aiden Cherney for out number 1. Nice job there by Cherney. Identify the ball, call everybody off, and reel in the first out of the inning.
And with 1 down, that brings up third baseman Riley Bauman.
So Riley Bauman now 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a fly out. Again, Schillinger has been left on base every inning here so far. Left on in the first and in the second. Now stands at second here in the inning, and Bauman's able to get this through and will hold Schillinger to the bag at third as he hit it right on the ground, but right to the left fielder, Trayton Weber. And runners on the corners now for the Tigers.
Up to bat, Cale Weisenberger.
So the pitcher now, Cale Weisenberger, steps in. 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Tigers. See what Coach Lehman does with Bauman over at first. May see some action between first and second base here during the Weisenberger at bat. Cale Weisenberger 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout here today. As I was getting those words out of my mouth about Bauman, he rips the hit down to left field, and Brown with Schillinger on third fires over to first. Back to the bag on time was Bauman. Brown again takes a peek over his left shoulder, and off and running is Bauman on the hit and run, and it is hit foul. So either I know the Stratford Tigers signs or I've seen a baseball game before. But no doubt Bauman was going to be active down in the bag at first. 1 out, runners on the corners. That is a prime position there for some action on the bases. See if the Tigers go back to it again. Maybe a straight steal here from Bauman. We shall see. And throw back as the Eagles are thinking the same thing. Coach Anderson, Coach Weinfurter, they've seen a baseball game or two. They know how this works. And there is Bauman on the run. And sign stealer Jason Zaleski. Stolen base for Bauman. Now, that is just good, technically sound baseball. That's what the scenario, the situation calls for. And that's what you do. The Eagles knew it too, just weren't able to prevent it. Now, infield comes in, runners on second and third with one out. And strikes the call. Comes in a couple steps anyway. Right at short, Cherney at second. Still stay somewhat back. Now Cherney creeps in a little bit. Everybody else playing in front of their bag. Wright, the only one outside of the baseline, and that one hit over to third and be bobbled there and then thrown over anyway. And on the E5, Weisenberger down to first, and the bases are loaded.
And now with the bases loaded, that brings up big number 10, Max Vanderhoof.
So Max Vanderhoof now, bases loaded, one out. Chance for more here. Tigers lead 4-0. They got 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth. But looking for a big inning here in inning number 5. Be Max Vanderhoof with the opportunity. Here it is. That one high. Gilhausen out of his crouch, almost on delivery. Here's the 1-0 now from Brown. And strike on the outside corner. Vanderhoof base hit back in the second, scored a run. And then on a diving catch by Carl Lundgren, robbed of a hit back in the third inning. As he hit one into that left center field gap. Lundgren came racing over. He's got track speed, does Carl Lundgren. And now Vanderhoof to Cherney to right for one and across the diamond and not in time as the ball actually gets past the first baseman. And it'll be an RBI for Vanderhoof as he hustled down the line. I think he beat that throw anyway. And then the throw gets past Welch down at first, and 2 runs come in for the Tigers. It is 6-0 Stratford.
With 2 runs scoring, that brings up number 4, Gavin Kirsch.
So Gavin Kirsch now. So Vanderhoof with a 1 RBI. He scores Schillinger. And then on the error by Wright, Bauman scores from second. 4-6 put out for the second out of the inning. All in that same transaction. So Gavin Kirsch now. Single and error. Reach base both at bats. Scored both times. And throw over. Vanderhoof back to the bag. And Auburndale has taken care of the Stratford Tigers softball here tonight. Get you a final score as soon as I rewind it a little bit. Again, you can do the same thing at home. But, it appears as though 15-2 our final score. Yep. So Auburndale takes down Stratford. Merrillwood South softball right behind us. 15-2 your final score. So no balls, 2 strikes now to the right fielder Kirsch. 6th batter of the inning for the Tigers, and wheels out of the way of the inside pitch from Brown. So 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strike. Runner on first is Vanderhoof. Here's Brown with it. Off-speed pitch. That is hit into right field. That'll get down. It's a 2-out hit for Gavin Kirsch, and the inning continues for the Tigers here in the 5th.
With runners at first and second, that brings up center fielder Braden Schiller.
So center fielder Braden Schiller, 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts today. Oh, and Dane Poppy will hit.
Sorry, that'll be Dane Poppy.
So Dane Poppy to hit as Schiller struck out both times here today, and Coach Lehman didn't want Schiller to perhaps wear the sombrero with an 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, saving some grace for his center fielder. So Dane Poppy now will come in. He's run a couple times today. Now comes in to hit for Schiller here in the 5th inning. 2 runs in for the Tigers here in the inning. They lead 6-0. It's our home plate umpire letting the Eagles dugout know who's hitting here. Coach Anderson walking out of the dugout, taking a long walk down the right field. In right field foul territory, now comes back in the dugout. Wants the inning to end. And curveball in for a strike to Poppy. Nice pitch there by Ian Brown. He's had a couple of those today. A couple of curveballs dropping in nicely. But hasn't got much help offensively from his Eagles. We'll go through those stats when Auburndale comes to bat in the top of the 7th. But no balls, 2 strikes now to Poppy. I'll tell you, it's an easy story to tell, so I'll tell it now. Just 2 hits on the game for the Eagles today. So the 0-2 and strike 3 called as Brown gets Poppy looking for the 3rd out of the inning. And that'll do it for the Tigers in the 5th inning. They score 2, and they leave 1 on. Our score after 5 complete. Stratford 6, Auburndale nothing.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's U.S. Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more.
Get a jump start on college or speed up your degree with a transferable class from Mid-State Technical College this summer. There are 130 classes to choose from, online or in person, taught by instructors who are experts in their field. Get info on the Mid-State Technical College summer classes at mstc.edu.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Top of the 6th inning here in Stratford. Auburndale will come to bat. Hunter Wright, Skylar Gilhausen, Sloan Welch all due up for Coach Anderson and the Eagles here in the 6th inning. 6-0 Stratford. Drexel Transport has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you 5 cents per mile premium over van. At Drexel Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Drexel Transport, a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit drexeltransport.com to apply today. As Weisenberger starts the inning with a ball to the shortstop Wright. Wright on base both times here today. Error in the first and double in the third. But both coming with 2 outs. And Wright left on both times. 5 left on for the Eagles here today. 2 hits given up by Cale Weisenberger. And that one up and out of play. I suppose you could say that really encapsulates both teams' seasons. Auburndale has had good pitching efforts this year, just not much offensively to back it up. Stratford has had good pitching during the year, good hitting, Couple of close games along the way, including a walk-off win here on, must have been Friday night against Marathon. Trying to remember all these days right off the top of my head. That's a bad strategy. But full count now to Hunter Wright. And a leadoff walk here in the 6th. So Wright gets on the 3rd time he's been on today. Let's see what the Eagles can do this time around.
That brings up the catcher, Skylar Gilhausen.
So Skylar Gilhausen will step across the plate and bat from the right side. Johnny Seitz, the game-winning run back on Friday on a ball hit by, I believe that was Weisenberger who made contact on Friday night. Yeah, you think so? Yeah. So, yeah, some excitement. There's been a couple of walk-offs for the Tigers, but by and large, the wins have been big. The pitching's been good to great. Defense has been good to great. Tigers a team to watch come playoff time. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the catcher Gilhausen. And throw back and right back in time. Yeah, but playoff talk will start to heat up. Got a couple of games this week. Stratford to be at Auburndale on Thursday. You can make the short drive down County Road M, head down to Auburndale. Watch the Tigers and the Eagles on Thursday as this one grounded over to short to Vanderhoof for 1 across to Ormond, and that one gets past Ormond, and Schillinger backs up the throw, so lead runner erased, and fielder's choice. Well, I don't know. I may think about that a little bit. You hate to just give out errors like Christmas gifts, but I changed my mind there.
That brings up number 16, Sloan Welch.
Slow roller. I'm going to go fielder's choice. Some might give an error to Vanderhoof. I'm not that mean. And I'm not the official scorer, so it doesn't much matter what I say anyway. So 1 out in the inning. Gilhausen replaces Wright at first. Sloan Welch now. A lot of talk on Sunday called Marshfield Chaparral's Tomahawk Titans. One play in particular that had no bearing on the game at all, by the way. And amateur baseball, that stats really aren't cared about, but it's kind of rulings, errors, hits, fielders' choices, those kind of things will certainly affect defensive percentage and batting average and all those things if you care about those things. A lot of people don't. The 3-0 now to Welch and taking it all the way for strike 1. Not until you start to get paid for the things you do people really start caring about that. Major League Baseball players will certainly care about those kind of score and scoring decisions, as back-to-back strikes by Weisenberger. Those can affect year-end bonuses and playing time, places in the batting order, all that kind of stuff. Coaches at this level don't care a lot about batting average. They care about what they see on the baseball field. It's all by, not all, but mostly by what they see, the effort they see in practice, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, score at home at however you want. Get your own scorebook. You score it the way you want. 1 out, full count now to Welch. Walk and a ground out for Sloan today, and sees that one come in below the knees for ball 4. So a couple of base runners for the Eagles.
And with runners at both first and second.
Caden Weinfurter now.
Third baseman, Caden Weinfurter.
So Weinfurter comes in. Gilhausen down to second. Welch stands at first, 1 out in the inning. So Eagles with an opportunity here in the top of the 6th inning. Left-handed batting Weinfurter, and first pitch swinging fouls that back off the left shin guard of Colton Schillinger for strike 1. Congratulations to Pacelli softball coach Ann Molsky picking up her 300th win tonight. Ann and her Pacelli Cardinals. You can watch Pacelli live on Thursday at ZaleskiSports.com. believe they play Johnson Creek. Trying to get some non-conference action late in the season. It's Pacelli way out in front of their conference opponents again here in 2021. So you try to find something out of conference to get you ready for the playoffs. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the third baseman, Weinfurter. And inside for strike 2. Nice location there for Weisenberger. Framed nicely by Schillinger. Now Schillinger back, 2-2, and this one is going to be chopped. Weisenberger will come up on it and throw down to Ormond for the second out of the inning. Both runners advance.
And now with 2 outs and runners at second and third, that brings up the pitcher, Ian Brown.
So Ian Brown now with a chance. It's a baseball adage that I'm not a huge fan of, but people say it, and it's true. He's got a chance to help himself here. Got a chance to help his team as that one comes low and away. I get the reference. Just not a fan of it. And fastball pops the mid of Schillinger for strike 1. Certainly the loudest strike Weisenberger's thrown yet today. 5 strikeouts on the day for Cale Weisenberger. Vanderhoof with the pick. Ormond will tag the base runner Brown for the final out of the inning. So the Eagles strand more base runners. And they do get 2 on. No hits, no runs. Bottom of the 6th from Stratford in just a moment. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Again, my man and yours, Jeff Jenkins, bringing us back into Stratford, 6-0, as the Tigers will come to the plate here in the bottom of the inning. Tristan Workus will bat for Jackson Ormond to start us off. Then Dylan Kirsch and Colton Schillinger all due up here for the Tigers in the bottom of the 6th inning. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices all across central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. What that means is if you're watching this broadcast, you are eligible for lower cost health, dental, and accident and life insurance, all with Spectrum Benefit Solutions. So again, pinch hitter Tristan Workus. Saw Tristan run a couple times my last time here. That was, I don't know. Yeah, everything seems like yesterday to me. But, Tristan now will come up. I was at the senior awards night. I will tell you this, Tristan Workus was the MVP of scholarships. He must have got his whole college tuition paid for. He was every third name on scholarship announcement was Tristan Workus. It was amazing. And just goes to show, if you apply for those scholarships, they will come in for you. Maybe not every one, but they will come in. Happy to help here at Zaleski Sports. Give a pair of $400 scholarships every year here at Stratford High School. And we've got a new pitcher for the Eagles as well. Pitching is Carl Lundgren. So Lundgren comes in to pitch. Hunter Wright is in center. And there's other changes out there too, I'm sure. But a lot going on in that in the field for the Eagles. It looks like Ian Brown playing short is what it looks like to me. So Brown to short. And then Wright goes from short to center. And Lundgren comes in from center to pitch here in the bottom of the sixth for the Eagles. There you go. It's all that I can see anyway. And this one, Workus will get the pinch hit, base hit here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So
the base hit for Workus leads up to Dylan Kirsch.
I missed in the ceremony on senior night where Tristan plans on spending his time learning more at college. Eau Claire. So he's going to go to UW Eau Claire. And, yeah, he's going to have financially anyway, going to have a pretty easy time of it. He was racking up scholarships. Wow. Dylan Kirsch, the left fielder. Others had their name called multiple times, but I'm sure there's a mathematical equation somebody knows. Maybe Mrs. Laborde knows, but I would say probably 20% of that night's scholarships went to Tristan Workus. Just amazing. So a hard-working kid, you can just tell by that. Now Workus takes his lead off of first as Lundgren fires home and swung on and missed by Kirsch. 1 ball, 1 strike now. But, no matter where you go to college, it's not cheap. It's expensive. So if you can get some money from other people to help you, it's a good plan. Otherwise, you get to pay for it for a long time, longer than you like. The 1-1 as Workus takes off, the hit and run, and off of the lid of Skylar Gilhausen and out of play. Yeah, good. Think back to early days in baseball. You think back to football. You wore the leather helmet. Some wore nothing at all. And baseball players, they would put the hat on backwards and then put a mask on over the top, so the whole top of their head was exposed. Probably a bunch of catchers during the game or during the course of a season just kind of fell over backwards after some of those foul balls. Here's the 1-2 from Lundgren, and this one over the top of us and out of play. I waited for it to hit the ground before I told you to hit a car. Hit the ground. Everybody's a couple of cars parked out there under that tree, though. Everybody's okay, though. So Workus on first, nobody out here. Second batter of the inning, Kirsch. Here's the 1-2 from Lundgren. And that one misses high for ball 2. See all the stats from tonight's game. We'll have written coverage later tonight at ZaleskiSports.com. Check out top stories on the menu bar on the top of the site. Read every last detail of today's game. So Paul Lecker brings you excellent written coverage at ZaleskiSports.com. Others chip in from time to time, but I know Paul is writing about today's game. He may actually be here. But, anyway, yeah, ZaleskiSports.com. Again, highlights all over Facebook later tonight of all of today's games. And Kirsch took a big dive to get back to the bag in time that time. He did. Highlights of this one: Assumption Marathon softball, Nina Kimberly baseball, Loyal Columbus Catholic baseball. Haven't checked a couple of those scores in a while. And there's no need to. You're watching all of them, I'm sure, because they're all available and free. Yeah, it looks like Columbus took care of Loyal. That game already done. Started just a couple minutes before ours, and it is already in the books. Last check, Columbus Catholic was up big as Workus. Another hit and run. Another one fouled back by Kirsch. Tristan is, like me, is getting lots of steps today. I did a little lawn mowing this morning I already told you about the tomatoes. Everything got replanted there. Plenty of steps. And more to come. But Workus getting a good workout. 3-2, Neenah leads Kimberly. And this one tomahawked into the air on the infield at third. Weinfurter calls for it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Workus stays put at first, and the catcher now, Colton Schillinger.
And with one down, that brings up catcher Colton Schillinger.
Neenah looking to hold off Kimberly, top of the seventh. Neenah leads 3-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Close game there, and Neenah, Mike Wendlandt on the call. We bring you Fox Valley Sports. Really from Neilsville to Neenah, all along Highway 10. And then north and south of it as Workus takes off for second. Throw down is in time. Workus is caught stealing for out number 2. So Colton Schillinger will stay in. No balls, 1 strike. Strike on that first one. Coach Lehman not happy with the jump that Tristan got over at first and then thrown out. Coach Lehman refining the finer things. Again, it's playoff tune-up really that starts right now. Playoffs will be here depending on where you're bracketed, maybe in as little as 12 days, if I got my numbers right. Again, I'm good at sports, not so much at math. Right around the corner, though. Now Lundgren gets the call from Gilhausen and just misses. Schillinger holds off. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Now Lundgren in the windup, and that one will get down. That'll get through. Nope, not through. Nice job there in right field. Nice job taking a good angle there was Connor Brandel and cutting it off before it got through the gap. So a 2-out single for Schillinger.
Brings up Camden Dahl.
So Cam Dahl now 0 for 3 today. 3 flyouts, 1 in the outfield. 1 back in the first inning. Then really nice play by Gilhausen behind the plate. Track that one down near the backstop. So 2-out hit for Schillinger, now Dahl. And Schillinger takes off. Throw down from Gilhausen is not in time, so stolen base there for Schillinger. Second stolen base today for Colton. And they will use Schillinger's speed to steal the bag and then bring in a pinch runner. Get that name for you here in just a moment. We'll look through the archives. It is. That's the same problem they had on Friday. They didn't know the name or the number. Yeah, Johnny Seitz now running. Yeah. Is that what was on your screenshot? Maybe. I think it is, though. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Now, first pitch swinging is Dahl over to Brown at short. The throw across is in time. Nice job there at first. Nice job. Getting the legs all the way down over there was Sloan Welch. And the final out of the inning is recorded 1 left on, 2 hits, no runs. Our score remains Stratford 6, Auburndale nothing. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
All right, back to Stratford now, as the top of the 7th will be pitched by Cam Dahl. And Dahl fires in low to Rakew. Mason Rakew, Aiden Cherney, and then back to the top of the order in Carl Lundgren. As the Eagles search for 6 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. That one fouled straight back by Rakew. And strike there, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And they say he went around, and Rakew goes down swinging for the first out here in the top of the 7th inning.
And now with 1 down, that brings up Aiden Cherney.
So Aiden Cherney now. Ground out, had a base hit in the 5th inning. Left on base. And a strike from Dahl. Again, the Eagles have left 7 on base today, so they've got base runners. Just not able to move them around efficiently, or effectively for that matter. So no balls, 2 strikes now to the 9-hitter Cherney. And just as I was talking big about Nina playing in the top of the 7th against Kimberly, Kimberly scores 2 in the inning. They now lead 4-3. Nina, last chance, bottom of the 7th. So if you're going to turn 1 extra on, turn that one on. May have a chance to see a walk-off or something dramatic there as this one hit on the infield, and Vanderhoof calls off Ormond for the 2nd out of the inning.
And now with 2 down, that brings off leadoff batter Carl Lundgren.
Again, Stratford baseball fans, no stranger to the walk-off. Not this year, anyway. Who knows? Maybe you get to see one turning on that Nina Kimberly game. Maybe see Kimberly do something fantastic to win the game, to seal the win. Again, they lead 4-3, bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Say thanks to our special game day sponsor, Nasonville Dairy. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. It's quickly no balls, 2 strikes now to Carl Lundgren. Had some cheese curds from Nasonville on Sunday. And I will have some more tomorrow. I'm scheduled to be at Nasonville at 3 tomorrow. And this one will get down. Lundgren with the 2-out base hit here in the top of the 7th inning.
And now with the runner at first base, that brings up the number 2 batter, Connor Brandel.
So Connor Brandel now. But again, Nasonville Dairy. Fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Just head on out there yourself, just southwest of Marshfield on Highway 10. Store in Cadott as well if you're headed down 29. Or if you're not going to leave your house, NasonvilleDairy.com. They'll somebody will bring the cheese curds right to you. Put some, they wrap them in ice. This one hit to right field. Coming on, looking at it is Kirsch. And Kirsch looks it in for the final out of the game as the Tigers pick up the win. They move to 8-1 in Merriwood South play with tonight's 6-0 win here at home against the Eagles. And thank you everybody for watching tonight. As the Tigers again pick up the conference win 6-0. Highlights of this game later, including special interview with Coach Marshall Lehman and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. We'll do that all off camera. You'll watch the highlights tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Have a great night, everybody. And we are back on the air tomorrow. Check out all your local listings at ZaleskiSports.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.